What's up, YouTubers? I'm Ethan, and I'm back here for another mod showcase Monday. And today I am reviewing an extremely cool, complicated, and really kind of intense mod. I'm doing the Meteorite mod, which is such a cool mod. I mean, look at it. It adds chocolate ice cream. I mean, instantly great mod. So let's get right into it. You know what? I think we're gonna start off with the meteorites and then go into the technical stuff later. So this mod adds one, two, three, four, five. Okay, counting is good. 5 new meteorites into the game, all of which can be summoned or can be found naturally. So I'm gonna grab them here, all 5, and I'm gonna explain the crafting recipes real quick. So basically, the first thing you're gonna need is this meteor summoner, which is crafted with all this crazy stuff, red meteor gems and meteorite ingots, which you don't know how to get. So maybe let's skip the crafting recipes until you know how to get some of this stuff. So, I'm a little scared. I hope I don't die, but we're gonna spawn in. The first one we're gonna spawn in is the most common one, and that is the meteorite meteor. So we're gonna spawn that in, and we're gonna bolt. I've already spawned in a couple of these. Drop the rock. Cool achievement. So look at it. It comes in like that, and boom, it does a bit of damage. So this first one is the most common, the meteorite one. Spawns these aliens sometimes. There's a chance of it. Okay. These are the, the alien creepers. They do a ton of damage when they blow up, but they also drop these meteor chips, which are super important. So basically, you can grab this stuff. I actually forgot to grab something. My bad. I thought I was prepared. We're going to grab ourselves a diamond pickaxe just to mine this stuff up before it starts to cool. I don't know if you can see any of this stuff. Get my food on here. I think is any of it starting to cool? Oh yeah, see how that one's already cooled. So you want to start mining this stuff right away. It'll drop you some of these meteor chips. There's also a chance of getting some, hopefully if we can find it, some red meteor gems, which you saw earlier in the crafting recipes. There's also lots of fire, lots of destruction, so not that great. If one of these landed on your house, I would not be happy. They also give you a fair bit of XP, which is pretty good. I was mining a couple of these earlier. If you saw, I had a little bit of XP to start. So yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. That's the first most common one, kind of basic, but pretty cool. It's a meteor, you know? So moving along onto the second most common, which is the freezerite meteor, which, let's throw it on the ground. Incoming meteor. Here it comes from the sky. From the sky, there it is, boom. That is such a cool one. So basically it does more destruction, but it spawns in all this snow and these freezerite blocks, which you can drop and get some of these freezerite crystals and more XP, I think. Yeah, so this is a really cool one as well. Now these ones, they do cool off, and instead of just going inert, I guess, they turn into water. So that you kind of gotta hurry if one of these lands. You don't want to start the next great flood, you know. So mine a couple of these, and so yeah, that's the freezerite one. It's the second most common. I don't know the exact common. It's kind of random, but like how frequently these will spawn, but all I know is that this is second most common. Moving along to the third most common, we have the Krecknerite. I believe that's how you pronounce it, Krecknerite. I don't know. So we're going to throw it down. This one is probably one of my favorites. It looks so cool when it's... Okay, that's a giant one. Also, if you notice, there are different sizes of them, so we've been getting pretty big ones so far. And it did spawn a blaze, so this is basically like another one. It spawns lots of fire, lots of destruction. It has a chance of spawning blazes, and also, depending on the size, a chance of spawning this nether portal, which looks super cool. I mean, if I saw this, like, I saw something flying to the ground and all of a sudden this appeared, like, I'd be quite amazed. And when this cools off, it turns into obsidian, so you want to mine that really fast. Also, so that you don't have obsidian all over your landscape. And these blazes are not cool. Let's not. So, these Krecknerite blocks. Honestly, I'm gonna die. Nope. No. Oh, I'm gonna get my stuff and regroup. I'll see you guys in a second. Alrighty, so I got my stuff and we're back at the Krecknerite meteorite damage here. So we're gonna grab a couple more of these. So what these drop are the what are they called? The Krecknerite chips, which I'll show you what these are used for in a second, but I want to get all these meteorites out of the way so you can see what they look like. Also, these set you on fire if you try to walk on them, so not too great. Alright, so the next meteor coming up is not even a meteor, actually. it's a comet. We're a little out of order, but I don't know the difference between the unknown and the kitty in as far as like rarity, so we're just gonna spot it. This is the kitty comet, which I've yet to actually see. I did test out a couple of these in creative, but I've yet to see this one. So there it is. There it is. Looks pretty cool, pretty dark and menacing. But basically all it does is it spawns, it destroys the land, of course, that's what meteorite doesn't, but it spawns these little kitties, these little comet kitties, which are super cute and adorable. You tame them with just regular fish, so they're basically like regular ocelots, only they look way cooler. And they will ward off those evil alien creepers that we saw earlier. So those are really cool. Nice little new mob to add to the game. I think that's pretty cool. So last but not least, the meteors here. We have the unknown meteor, which is pretty cool. It's basically a bit of everything, and it's also crafted with a bit of everything. So as you can see, it has a couple of each. It has some meteorites, some of this frozenerite stuff, whatever it's called, freezerite. It's also got a little bit of the fire stuff, and this stuff is burning me. Okay, great. Love being on fire. Also got a bit of glowstone. However, if you break through to the middle, there's a chest inside with random goodies, like more chocolate ice cream, or a meteorite proximity detector, some crockerite chips, and a freezerite pickaxe, which is super cool. So yeah, that's what the random is. I think that one's the most rare to get, because it can have some pretty amazing loot inside those chests. Unfortunately, I didn't get the coolest stuff, but you know what? You get what you get. So, heading back over to our showcase stuff, we can really showcase or show off some of the stuff and what it does. So we got three main things from those meteorites. We got the freezerite crystals, the meteor chips, and the crockerite chips. So we're going to start with the meteor chips. And basically, all you have to do is you have to smelt that down in a furnace and you get a meteorite ingot. And the meteorite ingot is used for so many cool things. I didn't put the crafting recipes out just to save time, but they're basically the same. So you get, let's no, not in there. So let's grab these. We have the meteorite sword, which has magnetization 1, which I'll explain to you in a second. The pickaxe, the meteorite pickaxe, the meteorite axe, shovel, and hoe. There are also a different armor. There's also an armor for each, like I said. Same vanilla crafting recipes, and they all have magnetization 1. So each new armor set and like crystal set, and has its own whatchamacallit, like enchants and stuff. So that's pretty cool. So what this magnetization does, first of all, is you can have any piece of armor, only if you only have one, it'll still work. And basically, if I throw this on the ground, look at it. This dirt just orbits me. So if I broke something really far away, and it'll just float right to me, which is a super cool enchant. Also, I believe if I take it off and I'm holding something, it'll still work. So as long as you have any of these on, like the armor would probably be the easiest, but if I, let's say, didn't have any of the tools, I just broke it with my hand, it'd still come because I had the armor. Unfortunately, if I broke it with my hand, it would just be the same and it would just stay there, which is a super cool thing if you were like strip mining and you just wanted to like run by or something, or I don't know, if you're killing mobs like crazy and you needed loot or something. So that is really cool. The sword does 8 damage, which is actually pretty good. That's a decent sword actually. So it's not, it's better than diamond, so I would use this. It actually mines pretty fast. These tools, they're not actually horrible. And when you got that lag, when you got that magnetism on it, it's just absolutely amazing. So moving right along, we're gonna go on to the second most common one that we found, which is the freezerite crystal. So basically what the freezerite crystal is for is that you combine it with a piece of iron to get a frozen iron, and that is what you use to craft all this, all its armor and stuff. So I'm actually gonna get rid of all this here. I don't even care about the chest. So we're gonna get all the tools and armor here. And by the way, this is what the armor looks like. It looks pretty cool. I like the helmet the best, and it's a nice color. Kind of looks like it's made out of obsidian. So we're gonna put on the new armor, which looks super cool. My eyes were not made for this clearly, but I can't even see right now. Like I just can't see anything. I'm kind of blind. Let's just I'm running into walls. Okay, enough with the. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. So what this has its own enchantment, which is, well, this has respiration 3, aqua affinity 1 on the chest plate, which does work. You can actually mine faster with that. This has cold touch 1 and cold touch 1, and these all have their own little things. I'll explain those in a second. But basically, what I want to show cold touch is in case you couldn't tell, I don't have a good place to show this off. Gotta find one of these quick, and I know these are everywhere. Aha! There's some water. So cold touch is a super cool enchantment, especially if you wanted to go over oceans, because you can't fall in water. You turn all the water you walk on, or like at least walk close to, and you turn it into ice, which is super awesome. It's a really nice enchant to have. You don't need to have both of these. You can just have one of them on, and that is super awesome. So now I'm gonna get into the armor, or not the armor. Just did the armor, the tools. So the sword does 6 attack damage, which was less than the meteorite sword, so it's not as powerful. Still, it looks pretty cool actually. But it freezes mobs or enemies when you hit them. Oh, I'm turning that. So I hit it, and now he's got slowness. He can't walk himself. It's only for a small amount, but he can't walk around after this. So if I hit him, he can't move. Hit him, he can't move, which is a super cool thing. There's no other enchants like that in the game, which is super cool. So basically what all the tools do is, well, these tools at least, they basically just help you mine faster when you're underwater. I believe it's a lot faster, but of course I can't even get there because I have the cold touch on. But if I were underwater like I am right now, it's actually extremely fast. Like, it's like no difference. So that's pretty cool. I think it's actually faster to be underwater than it would be. Yeah, see? It's faster underwater to mine underwater than it is to mine on land. And the cool thing is the hoe, when you till ground, it instantly becomes water, so you don't need to have your farms by grass or by water if you do this, which is a super cool thing. There's nothing like that, excuse me, in vanilla Minecraft, so that's super awesome. Okay, I ran super far away from my chest, but we are going to look at the final armor and tools, which are almost probably my favorite. This is the Knight, and they don't have an armor set. They don't, or not an armor set. They don't have a tool set. All they have is the armor and the sword. And the sword is pretty good. It's better than diamond, and it instantly has the fire aspect too, so it could wreck people. But this, the entire set, which by the way looks super cool. It kind of looks like you have little devil horns on the corner of your eyes. It's pretty sick. But it basically all comes with fire protection 4, and when you have full set of fire protection 4, I don't know if you know this, it makes you invincible to fire, and that's just the set. You do need the full set, but it is the set. You are invincible to lava and fire, which is super cool. Definitely useful for traveling in the nether or just safety when you're caving. Now, here's something I want to try. I'm not sure if it works with other combinations of sets. No, it does not. You definitely have to have the full set. It's not just the armor, it is the enchants. So that's good to know. That's good to know, so you don't try and mix it up. You have to have the full set if you want to be invincible to the fire. Okay, so enough of the boring little tools and stuff, which aren't that boring, but there's cooler stuff. Actually, no, there isn't. What am I talking about? I want to go over the crafting recipe super quick of these summoners that I used earlier. So basically, these red meteor gems, which you can get from the meteorites when you mine them. It's a rare chance. You can also get them from killing those creepers that spawn. You can also make a block out of them. It looks super nice, like a cool emerald block. Just want to make sure you knew that and showed it off. But you basically make these meteor summoners, which are just the basic ones, but these do work as summoning, but they summon a random one, so I don't know if you want to do random meteors, you can use that for sure. But those are basically use these frozen iron to craft the freezerite ones, some meteorite, which we saw how to make earlier, to make the meteorite one, some crackerite, which we saw earlier to make that one, some raw fish combined with some more red meteor gems to make the kitty one, and then a bit of everything for the unknown one. So that is all the meteorites and their cool armor sets and tools. These are the more these are kind of getting you prepared for some of the missiles. So what I'm going to show you right now is the meteor timer, which is crafted like this with one of each ingot, a meteorite block, which is just obviously a block of this stuff, a redstone, and you get this meteorite timer, which has two modes. There's quick mode, and there is power mode. See, if you're on power mode, which I am now, whenever there's a meteor that's about to crash, this will send out a redstone signal, basically kind of in line with how long it will be till it crashes. So there are no missiles about to crash, but if there were, it would be almost full redstone signal, and if it was like still far away from crashing, it'd be right here, which is pretty cool if you wanted to have like a system to let you know when there's a meteorite about to crash. Quick mode basically lets you know when there's a meteor about to crash. It'll send out a meteor signal or a redstone signal, so you can instantly notify yourself when there's a meteor about to crash. So that's pretty cool. Definitely awesome if you want to save yourself. But why even set up a thing to let you know when you will always be prepared with a meteor shield? So first off, you place it on the ground and it says meteor shield charging, which looks so cool. It's like, I don't know, it makes a cool noise, and it does take a while to charge. Luckily we have these meteor chips which instantly charge it up, which is pretty nice. So what this does is basically the range is 64 blocks. And in the 64 blocks, like if I put this at the center of my house, that would be instantly protected from a meteor. So, does that mean a meteor's coming? I have no idea. It just makes these random noises, maybe. But whenever a meteor's about to crash, it would basically hit the shield. And it's super cool is in this area, you would get all the drops from the meteor crashing. So let's say a meteor crashed, we would see a bunch of these things filled in this little slot, which is super cool. You can also increase the range. If I grab a couple of these red meteor gems, you increase the range by putting one in here. See, now it's 128, 129, 256, and 320, and it adds these cool little animations, and it looks super cool. Another thing I want to say is that it has lots of cool sound effects, but when you break it, listen to the sound, because I broke it earlier. Love that sound. Oh, I just love it. And yeah, so that's the meteor shield. Super cool. I love the sounds it makes, honestly. It's so cool. So yeah, that basically will save your house and let you know when there are meteors crashing. There are other ways you can figure out with these meteor crash detectors, proximity detectors, and time detectors, which basically are crafted with either the 3 ingots, and well, they basically do what they say they do. So the meteor crash detector detects the last crash zone, and because we haven't had a real meteor crash, there's no crash zone. So it just kind of, if you see, it's like a compass in my hand. You see the little white particles. So basically it's kind of just scanning everywhere. The meteor time detector detects the next incoming meteor. So I don't exactly know how this one works. I don't know how it tells you how long, but it should tell you how long till the next one. And this one detects the nearest one. So basically, I think the nearest one, well, again, I don't think there are. I think I need to change in my config file meteors to spawn, because I think none of these things are working. But make sure to do that. At least check your config file to make sure that meteors are indeed spawning. There should be config file for this mod. So that's basically going to do it. Oh wait, I'm not done. I realized I forgot to show off how to make, actually no, I forgot to show off this thing, which I'll show first before the greatest part of this mod. But basically this is the protected land tester, which basically just says, in case you don't know what is in a 32 block range of this, you can throw this on the ground. If it is lit up, it is inside your range, but if I went 400 blocks away from here and placed it down, it would not be lit up, because it would be outside of the range. So it's a cool thing to know how far your boundaries go. And it is one-time use, so once you break it, you do not get it back. Now it is raining, but that's okay, because we have our ice cream, and this is how you make it. So basically you need 1 sugar, 1 bowl, 1 milk, and 1 freezer crystal, and that will give you 4 vanilla ice cream. But if you want chocolate like me, you just add 1 cocoa bean and you get yourself some delicious soft serve or hard serve. I have no idea. I mean, there wasn't really a soft serve machine, so I guess you couldn't make soft serve, so you know what? Oh well. But that's gonna do it for this mod review. Hope you all enjoyed. This is such a cool mod. Definitely try and play around with some of these meteorites for yourself. Tons of fun. But, so yeah, thanks so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.